O Lord, Eternal Shepherd, we thank you for the precious gift of our school chairman, His Grace, Dr. Leo Cornelio, for all the commendable work he has done, for the upliftment of downtrodden and destitutes, for the incomparable roles and responsibilities in educational field, for the innumerable initiatives and ventures for the spiritual, religious, and social progress and development in the family, church, and society at large. Eternal Master, throughout his tenure, you have given him a spirit of courage and right judgment, a spirit of knowledge and love, courage and strength to build your church as a sign of the salvation of the world. Bless him with undeterred faith, illuminate his paths of life, so that he may be a true messenger of your everlasting love, to be an instrument of mercy, glory, and contentment, and to plant the seeds of peace and harmony. May your fatherly guidance enable him to recognize your presence in every moment of life, especially when going gets tough. Keep him sparkling in the body, mind, soul, and spirit. Open the doors of service that will make a lasting difference in the life of people. In your mercy, bless our dear Archbishop, Dr. Leo Cornelio.
The City of Lakes, Bhopal, wholeheartedly welcomed the Metropolitan Archbishop of Bhopal, Most Reverend Leo Cornelio, on 16 September 2007, after the declaration by Pope Benedict XVI, at a grand function organized by the Archdiocese at Asha Niketan campus. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. With his active involvement and polite behavior, he endeared himself to the clergy and public alike. Dedication, commitment, and devotion took him towards an iconic path. He traveled far and wide to attend international meetings and conferences. His efficient and tireless service saw him holding major responsibilities as the chairman of the CBCI Commission for Youth and the chairperson of the Indian Catholic Youth Movement at the national and Madhya Pradesh Chhattisgarh level. His Grace was the member of the CBCI Commission for Social Communications and the financial administrator for the Madhya Pradesh Chhattisgarh regional major seminaries at Bhopal and Ashta. Designed for accomplishments and endowed with the seeds of greatness, he brought a difference in the lives of so many people. Seeing him walk steadfast in the call of God with such conviction, and as we give thanks, we rejoice in his accomplishments.
Education is the most important element in the evolution of a nation. This is the firm belief of His Grace Dr. Leo Cornelio. This thought and belief found expression in the establishment of premier educational institutes in Madhya Pradesh by His Grace. And he set up St. Joseph's International School of Excellence, St. Mary's School Timarni, St. Francis School Barai, St. John's School Babai, and BSSS IAS. As a dedicated shepherd, he has always promoted spiritual renewal in the diocese. And to nourish the faithful with a vibrant prayerful life, he facilitated the construction of churches. the Assumption Church at Ashaniketan, Lourdes Mata Church at Sihor, St. Joseph's Church Barkhera, and Infant Jesus Church Hoshangabad helped the faithful to continue on their pilgrim journey. His Grace's vision encompasses every aspect of a person's life, and so he set up an old age home at Eidgah Hills, social service center at Ashaniketan, and animation centers at Seva Sadan, Namonia, Handia, and Nadan, and also a hostel for tribal children at Sonkheda. One of his recent successful projects is the new Archbishop's House. He reached out to other religious leaders through regular inter-religious interactions. He not only participated in festivals like Eid, Diwali, and Raksha Bandhan, but also made the Archdiocese a part of the movement to protect the environment. COVID-19 brought the world to a standstill, but His Grace continued with his selfless and devoted services to reach out to the downtrodden and needy people of the society. He joined the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh on a one-day special fast to create awareness among the people to protect themselves from the pandemic. As you complete your tenure, Your Grace, we express our sincere gratitude and appreciation for the legacy you leave. Our thanks to God for you and our prayers to God for His continued blessings on you.
An incredible journey, which most of the commoners would never aspire to reach. Enlightened self of His Grace illumines the world, running from sky to sky. The journey, incredible, but of course not an easy one at all. Breaking through all challenges. 50 years is no end of a process or a journey. Instead, it's a lifelong indulgence, knowing no rest nor respite. His works becoming an endless toil in a shoreless sea. With truth in his heart, which has kindled the light of reason within him, deeply seated in the innermost shrine of his heart, his services offered by sacred love at the feet of Almighty, driving the ignorant from the lonely dark corners towards enlightenment forever and ever. Wishing him on his successful completion of 49 years and stepping into the golden jubilee of priestly life and many more years ahead.
I'm really excited. I am at Archbishop's house to be in conversation with His Grace at his workplace and at his residence.
Your Grace, from the very childhood, did you have the desire of becoming a priest?
I couldn't say that from the childhood I had a desire of becoming a priest, but I was very much taken up by my mother's devotion. She used to take me when I was a child also to the church. She used to attend sodalities and I used to be waiting for her. Like that, I used to accompany her. That way there was a certain amount of fascination for the church. That developed, that desire for priesthood developed a little later.
Who motivated you to take up this?
Well, I think ultimately the motivation is by the atmosphere in the family. Parents, neighbors, relatives. Ours was a devoted family. We never missed morning and evening prayers, and we always had a certain relation with the parish priest, and we were a prominent family there. My father was the leader of that particular village or community, what we call Gurkhar, we call in our Konkani language. So in the church affairs he was quite active. My mother was actually Panchayat board member. She has worked even with these great people like T.A. Pai, Madhav Pai and so on. Manipal, that big institute that is very close by to our place. It is within that area. So that way we had a very respectable family that way.
Your Grace, you have
visited many countries. Which was your favorite destination?
East or West, India is the best.
Okay,
Okay.
India is
Yeah.
the best.
As far as country is concerned, what I see is that every country is beautiful, provided that you build up a relationship. People are wonderful. And for nature also, okay, there are some cold countries, some warm countries like Switzerland, New Zealand. These are beautiful nature, beautiful kind of mountainous places and so on. And the people, for example, Latin American people, they are warm and quite friendly, warm. Germans are a bit formal, but once they know you, they are very outgoing, outreaching. So there are a lot of qualities. Every country has its speciality. So I couldn't say which country I like very much. Every country I enjoyed because the people were friendly, and I had my own friends also who took me around, and it was beautiful in fact, whole
Any
experience.
unforgettable incident?
Plenty. I had unforgettable incidents, means I have escaped with my life at least 3 times.
Okay.
Once, while we were in the deep jungle, we lost way, and then our vehicle got spoiled in Africa, in Congo.
Okay.
Another time we had air pocket, flight was just shooting down in Papua New Guinea. Then in Papua New Guinea, in the same place, there was a landslide. I barely escaped because the moment we passed by, the whole land collapsed and so on.
Your Grace, all through your career, you have taken diverse responsibilities, and as much as I have learned, you have executed all of them meticulously.
Yes.
But can you quote any challenging responsibility which was a real challenge for you as well?
Yes, see, challenges are part of life. We have to take them in the stride. And most of the responsibilities have been challenging, I must say. Because there is nothing that, okay, you can be very pleasant and allow things to happen. But I am a man of, I don't say I'm a visionary, but at least I have a particular goal. Goal setting. Yeah, goal setting. So anywhere I went, always I aimed at the goal. And once you set a goal, you will have opposition.
Exactly.
Because only the tree that doesn't bear anything, any fruit, nobody will throw stones.
Exactly.
When it bears fruit, there will be stones, and you have to face the stones. So there are everywhere challenging situations. In the beginning in Bhopal also I faced a serious challenging situation. Khandwa was similar. Khandwa we had also other problems. We had a rather financial crunch. We had to build up the diocese. Here we had people, from different outlook.
Challenges were different.
Yes, challenges were different everywhere. So I was as a provincial in Indore. I had to somehow or other become more active because I took over from a very senior father. So I had to make myself, acceptable at par. And he was a German father from whom I took over, a senior priest. And I was a young 38, 39-year-old
Very early. you got
principal,
the responsibility.
the provincial's job. Before that I was already a principal. So, principal of a rather big English medium school in Gujarat, then also the parish responsibility, technical school. So multiple responsibilities I have faced. I don't boast about myself, but that is God's grace, I would say. His power strengthened me, not on my power. I am not one of the brilliant men. I am not such an intellectual.
Okay, rather not as a journalist, but whenever I've seen you in St. Xaviers, I really admire your spirited walk. What is your fitness mantra?
Okay, fitness mantra is work hard, eat moderately, do some exercise, pray well, and be good to all. And don't keep tensions in your mind for too long. Even if you are angry, let the anger go. Sometimes I get upset, but it doesn't last long. After some time, I come to my normal
That is the
routine.
secret.
Yeah. So sometimes I know, when I get excited, I know there will be reaction in my body. And then I know, Leo, come on now, calm down. So, It happens. And then I have never lost my sleep in the worst times.
Okay.
Never lost my sleep. I had tensions here. Some people made a case against me and all that.
Yeah.
But I never got so upset that I could lose my sleep, or I have not spent sleepless nights.
Your Grace, we are told that you are a language expert. How many languages you do? How many you can read, speak and write?
See, starting point in Mangalore, we have 3 languages.
Yeah.
And we have to learn. 3.
English and our mother tongue.
Yes. We have, ours is Kannada, Konkani, Tulu.
Okay.
These are the 3 languages in Karnataka. Tulu people speak, simple, ordinary people speak Tulu. There are Tulu speaking people.
Or language?
No, it is a language they think. There is a literature of Tulu. There are dramas and so on in Tulu. It's not a dialect really. Script is same.
Okay.
Then Kannada. Then Konkani. Konkani is church language, Kannada is school language. So we need to learn. Okay, the script is same. Then I came very early, I didn't have much Hindi. I came very early to Mau in Madhya Pradesh when I was 13 years old, joined the 8th standard, and then I had to study everything in Hindi medium. It was tough thing. But I managed to pass that year, first year. Within the 10 months I managed Hindi and I managed to pass. With that after I never looked back. Then I finished other exams like COVID and Ratna on Hindi. But then, Hindi. Then I was appointed to Gujarat.
So
Before that I was in Pune for theology and so on. Studied some Marathi, but not fluent. I can of course speak some Marathi, but then Gujarati I had learned. I was in Gujarat for about 11 years. 11 years in Gujarat. Then I came to Indore for 5 years. Then I was in Rome, 11 years. That is when I had to study Italian because of the day. Then for visitations, I had to go to Latin American countries. I had to study Spanish. Then I studied, German. I was able to manage and understand Portuguese, of course, because I made a visitation in Brazil also. Some visitations were too long, 2 months, 3 months. Then I had to go for Congo, Benin, Togo, French-speaking countries. So I went for intensive studies to Paris, French, fully French language. Then French I could manage well, and I went visitation. Then last was Indonesian. I was in Indonesia for a visitation.
What language?
Indonesian, Bhasha Indonesia. This is what I
Yeah, Grace, usually what are your feelings at the end of the day?
End of the day, what will be, will be. What should be, will be. Right? I have lived on all through my life as a busy life. And then at 75, see, most of the people in the world retire at 62, 63, even 61, 62, 63, they are going to retire. And for us bishops, it is 75 retirement age. So a few months earlier, I sent my resignation and I was waiting.
Why did you say you're such, now also you're so fit and healthy?
That is exactly the reason. See, I told somebody, it's not right to keep on slogging till the end. Then from the office you go to the bed and bed to the grave.
Oh no.
Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? That means your future, like you dream I would be this way.
Nothing, I won't dream anything. As the Lord wills.
Your Grace, as the chairman of St. Xaviers School, a message for us.
Well, St. Xaviers is one of the prestigious schools. Lot of people have worked for bringing that school to this level. Everybody has slogged. And the staff has also learned from this slogging. And there have been definitely obstructions, problems, and I myself faced it, St. Xavier's. And now St. Xavier's has come up to a very good setting. And then what I wish to say is that do your responsibilities to the fullest, carry out your responsibilities to the fullest, and feel that it is your school, your institution, and work hard and give less time or importance to gossip, be more dutiful, and then also be responsible both to the school and to God. To the school, to the authorities, and to God. And fulfill your responsibilities well. And love your children.
Your first leadership session you had in
Was in
St.
St.
Xaviers
Xaviers.
with the cabinets of
With the youth cabinet.
Youth cabinet.
So that was really wonderful. That was a mission that you had started.
Yeah, I started that, yes.
Those
Leaders,
unbelievable
because that
children
has been
have
to,
missing
yeah.
it.
Every year we used to,
Every year,
yeah.
But only because
Last
of
year,
this
yeah.
COVID.
COVID we could not have, yeah.
Now we come to some little lighter moments.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, what is the lighter now? Music?
Just no. Just one word, one sentence question. So it's a rapid fire round.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
Your favorite city?
Bhopal.
Yeah. Your
No.
favorite dish?
Soup.
Wow, which soup?
Well, vegetable soup, corn soup.
Corn soup.
Yeah.
Baby corn.
And I also eat this, mornings, the oats.
Oats.
Oats, and that is the lightest stuff.
Okay. Name the teacher who have inspired you the most.
My mother was my first teacher.
Sea or mountain?
Both. It has its own beauty, both.
Yeah. One message for the youth. One tagline message.
I would say, move ahead, young fellows, and achieve your goal. Work hard. Trust in the Lord.
No.
Your
No.
Grace, some childhood song, your memory that echoes in your mind. Maybe in a different language.
Childhood songs have not been much singing, but then I like these Jim Reeves songs.
Okay,
Meaningful,
Jim
beautiful,
Reeves.
yeah.
That's good. Your Grace, your favorite sport or a game you would like to watch on television? Or
Well, I watch now hardly any games, but earlier I was fascinated by cricket. But that I have given up altogether, waste of time I count. I have played basketball, football. I like tennis. Tennis I have played a lot. And basketball I have been always in the team.
Your Grace, any book you would recommend every youth to read?
There are so many books, madam.
If you could
One is
recommend.
7 Habits of a Leader, for example, 7 Habits.
And any movie you would like to or wish to watch once again?
Any?
Movie which you have watched before and you would like to watch again?
I watched the movies like Fiddler on the Roof, English,
Pillar
on the Roof, then 10 Commandments,
Ten Commandments,
Gladiator,
Gladiator. Okay,
then
Gladiator.
also this one, for example, in Hindi, this, what is that called? Amitabh and, Amitabh and Hema Malini, family movie, no? That is what it called.
Okay, Bhagwan.
Bhagwan. I like that Bhagwan movie. And that's a reality. Bhagwan. They also know. Bhagwan is a nice movie, very family drama. And I come from a family of 7 sisters.
Okay.
And they have looked after and sustained the family very well. One was a teacher, one was a banker, another was a banker. Like this they went on and they somehow sustained family. We never lacked anything, but then they were the ones who sustained. So that is and I have always a very great admiration for women, their kind of resilience, their kind of courage, and they keep working the whole day, and the husband may come home and ask, what did you do today, whole day? And when interviewer comes and asks, what is your job? I work in an office, I'm an officer. And what is your wife? Oh, she's doing nothing.
Actually, that is why we have stopped saying that I'm a housewife. We have removed that. We are a homemaker.
Homemaker.
And that
Homemaker,
makes-
yes.
She's a housewife.
Yeah.
But now we have written in our applications also that
Yeah.
it's homemaker.
Homemaker, yeah. They make the
That-
home true.
yeah.
It's very true. Yeah. You know,
Your
they are-
Grace, it was a great time. I never thought I'll be sitting with you like this and asking you this type of questions. And,
Well, today I'm definitely not in a very fresh setting
Yeah.
because all day we are meeting from 10:30. I was busy with the bishops. So, but then it's okay. I
Thank you
have
so
to be
much.
ready for it. But I take 3-4 programs a day sometimes. Nothing. Tiredness is tiring.
We wish His Grace all the best in his future mission
and the best of his health so that he continues his spiritual journey by being in solidarity with the church. This was Ansi and Parna from Xaviers Media reporting from Archbishop's House, 33 Ahmedabad Palace Road, Bhopal.
For the strength of faith, for tireless service,
for boundless love,
for infectious enthusiasm.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Your Grace, your dedication and tireless service to God has made a difference in the lives of so many. Thank you so much.
Your Grace, you are sanctimonious, graceful, and pious. Thank you.
Your Grace, you are the epitome of trust and benevolence.
We thank you, we love you, and all the best wishes.
Your Grace, you are a reflection of God's love, always inspiring us to be kind, brave, and honest.
Thank you and best wishes. Your Grace, you are the epitome of a great person, and your positivity is infectious. Thank you and best wishes. Jingle bell, jingle all the way. Your blessing is a gift we cherish every day. Hey, jingle bell, jingle all the way. Your blessing is a gift we cherish every day.
Thank you
And best wishes. You are a bishop with an mission and ambassador of kindness. Your Grace, you are an aura of bliss and glory. Great is the art of beginning, but greater is the art of ending. You are always inspiring.
Your Grace, you are a preacher, teacher, and counselor. You are an expression of God's love.
Thank you and best wishes.
A persona well defined with
Utmost serenity.
thank you for being affable, convivial, and amicable.
You are a lyrical, elegant oasis. Thank you for being a positive force.
Your Grace, what you promote is
Work in unity, trust the Lord,
Believe in hard work.
thank you, Your Grace.
Your Grace,
Thank you for your conviction and tolerance. Your spirit of excellence that inspired us.
Your leadership that led by example.
We love you, Your Grace.
Your Grace, love, peace, and happiness.
Our wishes for you.
Through highs and lows, through adversities and joys, Your Grace, you have steered us with a firm hand, unfaltering and strong with conviction, to accomplish higher goals.
In every event that we organized, be it an investiture ceremony or the annual functions, Teachers' Day or St. Xaviers Feast Day, your presence imbibed all with sunshine.
Your Grace, our events were truly blessed when you inaugurated them. We were confident that with your blessings, we would sail through without a hitch.
Your Grace, we know you had numerous duties and engagements to attend to, yet you always made time for St. Xaviers.
We will always cherish the memories of your presence in our midst while we marked the St. Xavier's Feast Day with prayers and the togetherness of partaking the fellowship dinner.
His Grace held an exalted position, yet he is rooted to the ground. He never lacked the time to interact with either the tiny tots or teenagers who were about to step out into the new world. And everyone benefited from your loving care and concern.
Your wisdom, vast knowledge, and philosophical understanding exuded warmth and comfort in all your address at every event, enriching all students, parents, teachers, and staff. You have planted seeds of joy and hope in our lives at St. Xaviers School and in countless others, and truly made a difference.
हमें वो दूरी थी कितनी गहरी, कितना बड़ा था वो फासला। मायूस होकर स्वर्ग की ओर देखा, निराशा में तेरा नाम लिया। अंधकार हटाकर तेरी मोहब्बत से मेरा दिल तूने भर दिया। पूरा हुआ सब, लिखा गया अंत, यीशु